Hi, and welcome to the second training video for Mailchimp, brought to you by Assured Success. My name is Patrick, and I'll be walking you through getting started with Mailchimp today. In this first video, we'll go over some of the important parts of the dashboard and setting up your first subscription list. Here on the Mailchimp dashboard, you can see quite a few different things. Let's take a look at a couple of them. Here at the top, you have the menu bar, which has links to all the different locations, including dashboard, campaign lists, reports, autoresponders, and account settings. If you ever need to update any of your contact information or upgrade your account, this is where you'll find it. Below that, we have the three main sections for working with Mailchimps. The one we'll be focusing most on today is the first one, which is create a list. Underneath that, we have a button to create a campaign, and to the right we have a universal search and a news feed under that with updates about your account. There's quite a lot here, and it may be overwhelming at first, but in time you'll get a lot of use out of this page. Okay, now that we are done with that quick rundown of the dashboard, we can go ahead and get started setting up our first subscription list. Go ahead and click on Create a List. In the first field, we are going to name the list. I'm going to choose Monthly Newsletter. The default from name should be either your first or your first and last name. I'm going to go ahead and put Patrick here. The default reply to email should be your email address so people know where it's coming from. The default subject is optional because you're going to be setting this in each of your campaigns, so we're going to go ahead and skip it. The next section is very important. Due to certain email marketing regulations, you have to tell the person how they got on your list. So a short sentence here can go a long way. Next, you'll want to make sure that your business address is correct. If it's wrong, you could go ahead and click Edit to change it right now. Underneath that, we have notifications. You could either sign up for daily notifications, which may seem a bit excessive, but some people like it. Or you can receive notifications based upon subscribes and unsubscribes. I'm going to go ahead and click unsubscribes. I'm going to skip this next section and go ahead and click save. Okay, we have finished creating our first subscription list, and we are now on the list page. If you want to get here in the future, you can navigate to this page by clicking on the list button on the menu. On this screen, we can do all sorts of cool things with our lists. This first button will let us view our subscribers or some statistics, but since we have neither of those right now, we're going to go ahead and skip it. Over here to the right, we have a tool with all sorts of interesting links. At this point, I'm going to show you how to import your lists into Mailchimp. So we can go ahead and click Import under the List Tool menu. Here you can see there's quite a few built-in ways in which you can import your contacts. If you are already using a service like Constant Contact, Google Contacts, or FreshBooks to name a few, you could go ahead and do that now. We don't have enough time to go over all of these options right now, but I will show you how to import your contacts by file from Microsoft Outlook. Over to the left, we have two options. We can either upload a comma-separated value or CSV file, or copy and paste from an Excel spreadsheet. Outlook should support both of these. So let's go ahead and take a look at Outlook. I have Outlook 2010, but don't worry if you have another version. You can find plenty of good tutorials online at either YouTube or Google. In 2010, you click File, then Options. Go ahead and find the Advanced button, click that, and from within here you'll find an Export button. From this screen, all the other versions are very similar, including 2007 and 2003. On this screen, I'm going to go ahead and click Export to a File, and Next. Then I'm going to select comma-separated values, but like we said before, Mailchimp also supports Microsoft Excel. I'm going to select Contacts, Next. We're going to browse and save it to a location that we know we're going to find this file, and click OK. Next, and Finish. Alright, we should be all set with our contact file now. Okay, now that we have our contact file saved, we're going to go ahead and upload it to Mailchimp. Click Upload from File. You can see that our CSV file here is supported. And go ahead and click Browse. And then we are going to browse to our location. We're going to select our file and click Open. And then we're going to hit Import List. If you have a large list, it's going to take some time for Mailchimp to import it. Since mine was very small, it was pretty instantaneous. Here we have to go through all of the columns, and unfortunately Outlook has quite a few of them from the export. So we're going to have to go through these and choose which ones to save and which ones to skip. This first one called Title, I'm going to go ahead and skip it. The first name we want to keep, select OK. We're going to skip middle name. We're going to save last name. You could choose to save company or not, it's up to you, or any of these other columns. It's all personal preference on what kind of data you want inside of Mailchimp. I'm probably going to go ahead and skip most of these. And what we will be looking for here is email address. And I know from experience that it's all the way at the end of all of these columns. Thank you, Microsoft. And there we go. Here's email address. We're going to go ahead and make sure that it's saved as an email address. And then we're going to click OK. And I'm going to probably skip the rest of these. Alright, go ahead and click Done. And we are finished. Here is the subscription list detail page. You can see here that there's all kinds of empty statistics and reports. Over time, as you start sending campaigns to this list, this will fill with all kinds of cool data and graphs, so you can see what's going on with your subscribers and your newsletters. From this screen, you could do a couple different things. We're going to go ahead and click Subscribers. Here you can see a list of all your subscribers. You can click View or Delete here. You can do other bulk actions and move them into other lists, or download these into an Excel spreadsheet. You can do lots of different things from here. Probably won't spend too much time in here, but if you ever need to modify any of your users or subscribers, this is where you will be. Alright, and that will do it for importing a list. And that should do it for this training session. This one was a little bit longer, but hopefully you guys got some good stuff out of it. The next training session will be going over creating a campaign and sending it out. See you then.